Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joshua McDonald, and in today's video, we're going to be going over my ownership experience with the 2024 Chevrolet Equinox EV 2LT front wheel drive. I've had this vehicle for about the last 6 months and put around 10,000 miles on it. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the good, the bad, the ugly with my ownership experience with this vehicle. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I purchased this in July of 2024, and at the time, this was the lowest trim you could get. I purchased it for $43,295. I received the $7,500 federal tax rebate, $1,000 in Costco assistance, and $2,250 for being a GM employee. So all in all, ton of money off, really great deal on this vehicle right here. And that's one of the benefits of buying one of these vehicles. Unfortunately, it looks like the federal tax rebate is going away. So now you have access to the $35,000 1LT, which I didn't have back when I purchased this. If I could do it differently, I would have purchased the 1LT up front because it is $35,000 and you get all of the same discounts and rebates the 2LT gets, plus many of the same features. The only things you miss in the 1LT is you're not going to have the leather seats, you're not going to have a heated steering wheel, heated seats, you're not going to have the 360 camera, you're just going to be missing a little bit of the creature comforts, but the 1LT comes standard with all of the safety features that the same thing that this one has, guys. I'll be doing a video on the 2025 Equinox EV 1LT here soon, so make sure you check that out if you're interested in that trim level. It's definitely a fantastic deal for the price. So this is an all-electric vehicle. There's a couple of different variants you can get. You can get the front-wheel drive version, the all-wheel drive version. This one specifically has 319 miles of range, and I have to tell you, it performs as advertised. The range on this vehicle is absolutely excellent, and I've noticed when DC fast charging it, I get about 70 miles of range in 10 minutes. So if I'm on dead empty, I can fully charge this vehicle in just about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. The thing that's helped me the most though when I'm traveling is this right here. This is the Electron EV adapter. So what this does is it hooks up to Tesla supercharging stations, and you can plug it directly into your DC fast charger on your Equinox EV. This thing is an absolute lifesaver when you're on a trip because, as we all know, those Tesla supercharging stations are everywhere, and finding the third-party DC fast chargers is very difficult, and most of the time they're very crowded. So this plugs right into your Equinox EV. You can simply go up to a Tesla station, plug this in, plug in the Tesla supercharger, and you are good to go. So that's what I recommend, so you get the fastest charging times while you're on a trip. It is absolutely doable to do a trip in EV, guys. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. I've done it multiple times and I have had no problems with range. It's always good to take a break every few hours or so and charge up while doing it. Another one of my favorite features for this vehicle is the storage space. So on my 2LT, you have the power liftgate and a ton of storage space behind the second row. I've had no issues putting groceries in and out, all of my things, and I love the power tailgate on this vehicle. I've also done multiple trips where I've had to haul around 4 people, and they fit very comfortably. The back seat isn't set up for 5 people, so don't try to do that unless you have 3 small children in the back. Taking a look back here, I have the white and black color combo. You can get the all black leather as well, but this one looks pretty nifty and it's nice for when it's hot outside to keep it nice and cool. Back here for amenities, you have a couple chargers, AC vents, storage behind the driver and passenger side. And on the 2LT, you get this pretty cool looking blue trim on the doors with the white accents. Now, one of my favorite parts is the power driver seat. So I've been able to sit comfortably thanks to this power seat. The passenger side, unfortunately, does not have a power seat, which is one of the downsides to the 2LT. Driver door panel has all of your window and mirror controls, but let's hop inside and go over another one of my favorite parts, the technology. So there's no start button on this vehicle. You simply hop in, put your foot on the brake, and it starts right up. Now, just so you guys know I'm telling the truth, I have 10,656 miles on this vehicle, and it has been enjoyable. We have adaptive cruise control in all the trims in the Equinox EV, and this is a lifesaver on my daily commute. Going down the highway, I'm always going in and out of traffic. It speeds up, it slows down, but this stays consistent. And in stop and go traffic, it will completely do everything for you, which is super nice. Another nice thing about the 2LT is you have the heated steering wheel. So this thing gets really hot. I notice it gets so hot, I have to turn it off about 3 minutes after I turn it back on. So you have a LED screen up front. You can toggle through a few different views. The simple view is my favorite, but you have a couple more, including your Google Maps that you can have displayed on the driver's screen, which is pretty cool. You also have Google Maps on the other screen as well. Now, a lot of you may know you do not have Apple CarPlay, you do not have Android Auto, but I'm here to tell you guys it is no problem at all. What I like to do is I just Bluetooth my phone and play music off of it. I also use my Spotify app sometimes to play music. That's really all I do in this vehicle. All of my calls come in and out. I can answer it with the steering wheel with these buttons right here, and you have volume adjustments, which is nice. So if you need to adjust the volume, you have these little paddles behind the steering wheel that you can turn them up and down. If I need to toggle through my music, I can go up and down on this side as well, and it's super convenient. Now, one of the things I don't like about this vehicle is when you're driving, there is a crazy windshield glare across here when the sun is blasting in your face. You almost cannot see anything, so keep that in mind. What I do is I have some polarized sunglasses so I can see through the sun, but that is a must-have if you are purchasing one of these. I think it's due to the extreme angle of the windshield, but I hope they fix that in the future because it is definitely a hazard. The shifter is very nice as well. The 2LT has a 360 camera system. It's definitely saved my butt a few times when I'm going up to the garage in and out, but it is a very nice system. You can see beside you when you're parallel parking, and you can also have a hitch on this vehicle where you can tow 1,500 pounds. So overall, the interior is very nice in this vehicle. I have heated seats. There's only single zone climate controls, which is kind of a downside. My fiance gets pretty cold easily, so most of the time I'm having to adjust to her. I wish this had dual zone climate. In the middle, the 2024s did not have the wireless phone charging pad, but I believe for 2025, the 2LTs have that wireless phone charging pad. This little storage cubby down here is nice for a bunch of junk. These are your two chargers that you have up front, two USB-Cs, and you have storage here in the middle, plus your glove box. So here's the original window sticker from when I purchased my vehicle. So 2024 Equinox EV 2LT. As you can see, it is $43,295. But overall, I really love this touchscreen setup. It's been an absolute joy to use. The Google Maps is very nice because when you're taking trips in this vehicle, let's go ahead and Google somewhere. So let's go to New York. So if I'm taking a trip to New York, it will go ahead and plan everything for me. It will make me stop at charging stations along the way. Multiple charges are needed, and it says I'll arrive there at 3:44 a.m. Currently, it is 5:12. So all of your charging time is included, including traffic and everything else like that. So that is a very nice system. One of my favorite things about driving this vehicle as well is you have different drive modes. So the way I like mine set up is I have it in my mode most of the time. So in mine, I like to have the normal steering, normal brake feel, normal sport acceleration, and the sport motor sound. I think the EV motor sounds pretty cool, and I like some noise when I'm driving. It's not like driving a gas car, but I digress. Also, you have the one pedal driving as well. So if you've ever driven a Tesla or anything like that, you know that this thing is on high all the time. When you're driving without the one pedal driving, it drives like a normal vehicle, which is super convenient for me because I don't want to get jerked back and forth with a regenerative braking system. So it's nice that you can cut that on or off. So since I put around 10,000 miles in this vehicle, I've saved quite a bit of money on gas. I've done the calculations already. I've saved around $1,400 in gas, and I haven't had any oil changes because this is an electric vehicle. If I did have a gas vehicle, I would have had to get 2 oil changes so far, which are about $100 a pop. So I've saved around $1,600 in the last 6 months on maintenance and gas. Now I will tell you, if you are charging not at home, it gets pretty expensive. A full charge for me is around 40 bucks when I'm out of town. So I definitely recommend charging at home, and this thing is best used as a commuter car. Pretty much all I do in this thing is drive to work and back, and it works perfectly for that. It saves me a ton of money and a ton of time. But that's pretty much it for my ownership experience with the 2024 Equinox EV. If you guys are interested in the Electron EV adapter, I'm going to have it in the description below where you guys can purchase it. I definitely recommend having it. It is a must-have for these Equinox EVs. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.